What's up, everybody? Fortnite OG's update dropped, and now it's Season 6. But with the sudden boost of mobility, it's already feeling more like Chapter 4 on the old map. Does that mean we need to rethink last week's best loadout in Zero build? Heck yeah, the meta has changed a lot. So let's figure all that out, including which assault rifle to run, optimizing all that new mobility, and if these things even matter. The unvaulting of the heavy assault rifle was a bit of a surprise, right? Well, kinda. It wasn't his promotional image. Unfortunately, if you are a burst assault rifle fan, sorry it's gone, along with the heavy shotgun. But more on that in a little bit. And that might be the last time we see that gun too. Out of the gate, I am recommending the heavy assault rifle for the Season 6 update of Fortnite OG. Yep, swap out the SCAR Legacy AR and bring in the heavy. It was not used much back in the day because of its slower fire rate, but it is more accurate than the Legacy and the suppressed AR, it resets first shot accuracy quicker, and it does more damage. So it's a slower firing SCAR, but does more damage. Where have we seen that before? As for range, it's the same as the other ARs, it'll struggle at the longest distances. And since we are talking about long-range weapons, things have gotten a little muddy. If this were a Facebook relationship, it would be complicated. A light machine gun is being recommended more often in Zero, and that's not a bad choice at all. But it is an ammo monster, and ammo overall is an issue, especially early on and in larger team modes. I played over 100 matches in all 4 game modes, and this is arguably the biggest problem I've consistently run into as the team sizes grew. I get it, Chapter 1, item rarity kind of thing, but it doesn't mean it's not a problem. And we have to consider how easy it is to find these weapons while making a best loadout, right? If you can't find a certain weapon, it really doesn't matter how effective it is. And the LMG is one of the harder guns to find. We can find the heavy AR, the suppressed, and the legacy AR all day long. Well, except the purple and the gold SCAR. I also think the LMG's recoil impacts accuracy just way too much to be the anchor of a loadout. The semi-auto sniper is being mentioned a lot more too, and it is easier to find. The damage is pretty nasty. But if you're running a 2-weapon loadout, you lose the versatility of an AR in the mid and shorter ranges. But if you find those weapons, you could run with them. But again, for my money, it's the heavy all day long. In shotguns, the double barrel came back, and the heavy shotgun is vaulted. So does the double barrel replace the pump or the tac? No. The double barrel hits super hard, but it has a very short range of full damage. I say stick with the tac shotgun, especially going with the heavy AR. If you do decide to stay with the legacy AR, then the pump is probably a better option. I know a lot of Zero build players are struggling with the pump, and I can see why. It really rewards accuracy, but can also whiff shots too. It's super frustrating. But the old school tac misses a lot too. To be fair, the old shotguns are just not as good as the Chapter 4 ones. It is what it is. And the double barrel is a super up-close shotgun, so if you miss, you're gonna miss big. It's definitely a lottery ticket. You know, you think the pump misses a lot? Try hitting someone at 10 meters with a double barrel and then getting half the damage. If you do use it, however, crouch when you shoot it. The huge addition to the loot pool, and I mean that literally, were the port fortresses. Holy crap, they're massive. This is the first time I've used them. I've never seen something this big. They feel like something we want to carry in our inventory, right? Yeah, last week when it was Season 5, maybe, but this week it's different. I mean, what good is a port fortress when these got dropped in our lap, right? Very few players had the shockwaves and grapple gloves on their bingo cards, that's for sure. You know, and then you throw in the quad crashers and the drip boards, and we're getting pretty close to Chapter 3 and 4 mobility here. Except this time nothing is infinite, so that's pretty good. Impulses also got vaulted, by the way. So I am recommending 2 mobility slots in your inventory. Yes, even though we have more vehicles. Yes, 2. The grapple gloves and the shockwaves in place of the plunger and the boogie bombs / stinks. Obviously, you can go with the plungers as your second option, but I definitely think 2 mobility slots is the way to go. That way you can get all the high ground. It's easily contested now, including those fortresses. You know, it's super easy to push them now. Don't get me wrong, there's still a big advantage, and don't break as easily as a fort, and they do have the bouncers. You know, I'm not throwing them out of bed for eating crackers, that's for sure. But I don't think they're a priority item to carry in solos. And more players will run away too the minute a fight goes south for them. Another reason to carry extra mobility. Of course, in larger team modes, it is easier to carry more stuff, so keep that in mind too when deciding on utility choices. Even in those modes, I still think 2 mobilities are optimal for most of the team. Maybe 1 player in a squad carries boogies or stinks or the fortresses instead of 2 mobility, but the rest should definitely go more mobility. Health and shields got a little boost midweek before this update with a 20% spawn rate buff in big pots and minis, but the chug jugs are still a little easier to find. Definitely recommend them. That said, you want big pots over little pots in your inventory, because you can always take a big pot, can't always take a little. So there we go, peeps, the best loadout for Season 6 of the OG season in Zero Build: Heavy Assault Rifle, the TAC, Grapple Gloves, Shockwaves, and of course, Health or Shields. I'm Cam Crusher, thanks for watching everybody. Don't forget to like, next video coming right up.